And Conor McGregor can say what he wants, but he won't fight me either. So once I knock out Mike Perry, Connor McGregor, let's run it. But you won't do it because you know what's going to happen. You saw what I did to Nate Diaz, who you went toe-to-toe with. So Conor McGregor, lay off the cocaine, get in the gym, and start winning fights, and then maybe we could have a conversation.
Jake Paul, sitting casually on a podcast with Logan Paul, boldly claimed that Conor McGregor avoided fighting him out of fear. According to Jake, McGregor dodged the match because Jake is simply too strong. Whether true or not, Jake's confidence and his dominance sparked plenty of buzz.
Life is my life. Your life is your life. I'm going to take these opportunities. When we as brothers no longer become additive to each other, and it feels like you or I are trying to take from one another.
But when it's convenient for you, we're brothers. But then when it's not, you do the exact opposite of like, we're completely separate. So like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do as well.
What's Jake even implying? Is he subtly insulting Logan by calling him the weaker option? Or is he so self-obsessed that he truly believes everyone's decisions revolve around avoiding his supposed dominance? Either way, it's another bold claim that leaves people questioning his perspective and perhaps his logic.
My life, your life is your life. I'm going to take these opportunities. When we as brothers no longer become additive to each other, and it feels like you or I are trying to take from one another.
But when it's convenient for you, we're brothers. But then when it's not, you do the exact opposite of like, we're completely separate. So like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
Here's a reality check Jake Paul seems to have missed. Conor McGregor has dominated the fight world for over 16 years. The man doesn't need to lift a finger to trend. His iconic cauliflower ear alone could likely garner more likes than Jake's entire fight reel. But credit where it's due, Jake's audacity levels remain unmatched. Let's break down this circus, shall we? McGregor is making headlines again, though not for an octagon return. Contrary to recent rumors, McGregor himself cleared the air, confirming no preliminary agreements exist with Jake. Instead, he revealed a bombshell announcement. He's gearing up for a boxing exhibition against Logan Paul. Yes, Logan Paul. And here's the twist. It's happening in India, with none other than the Ambani family hosting the spectacle.
Yeah, he's a broken man, but he's entertaining, and that's why I still like Conor McGregor. But
no, he's the most entertaining.
Well, yeah,
no,
but
he's the most entertaining.
And so is Ryan Garcia, but they're both crashed out
Come on,
cokeheads.
there's a big difference.
I don't know.
For context, the Ambanis aren't just billionaires; they're empire builders. They don't throw parties; they create kingdoms. The sheer scale of their involvement makes this event a global talking point. And yes, somehow, Jake Paul managed to insert himself into the narrative. As Logan prepares for one of the biggest matches of his career, Jake has taken on the role of his own spokesperson again. While McGregor plans his boxing debut in India and teases a return to the octagon, Jake remains fixated on centering himself in the story. Typical Jake.
Once I knock out Mike Perry, Conor McGregor, let's run it. But you won't do it because you know what's going to happen. You saw what I did to Nate Diaz, who you went toe-to-toe with. So Conor McGregor, lay off the cocaine, get in the gym, and start winning fights, and then maybe we could have a conversation.
Jake Paul wasted no time turning Conor McGregor's announcement into his latest pot-stirring session. Doing what he does best, Jake fired shots at the UFC legend, declaring Conor's washed, as casually as if he were commenting on the weather. But Jake being Jake, he didn't stop there. For dramatic effect, he threw in, he needs the Pauls for relevance. Why settle for a jab when you can go full uppercut, right? Of course, Jake didn't stop at mocking McGregor's career. He doubled down, questioning Conor's readiness to return to the UFC. Obviously, I don't think he's ready, Jake said confidently. I think he'll get his ass kicked thoroughly. He followed up with a commentary on the gap between McGregor's current condition and what it takes to compete in the UFC. These fighters are elite. They take this very seriously. Their definition of being in shape and ready to fight isn't bloating themselves up with muscles and looking good in a mirror. For once, Jake might actually have a point, albeit buried beneath layers of bravado and self-promotion. McGregor, once the undisputed king of the fight game, hasn't exactly been delivering highlight reel performances lately. It's been years since he secured a win that truly mattered, and his time away from the octagon has been filled more with controversies than career-defining moments. That said, it's worth noting McGregor's recent announcement has shifted the spotlight back in his direction. Conor revealed he's preparing for a boxing exhibition against Logan Paul in India, backed by none other than the Ambani family, one of the most powerful and influential families in the world. This isn't just any fight. It's a spectacle poised to capture global attention. The Ambanis don't do things halfway. They build entire empires, and this event promises to be nothing short of monumental. Jake's remarks, however, highlight an uncomfortable truth. While McGregor's star power remains unmatched, his fighting form is up for debate. His once legendary dominance has been overshadowed by losses, injuries, and an extended absence from the octagon. The question is no longer whether Conor can sell a fight. He can do that in his sleep, but whether he can still back it up with a performance worthy of his legacy. And that's where Jake thrives, pointing out the cracks in the facade, even if his delivery lacks tact. While he's often dismissed as an internet personality trying to punch above his weight, Jake has a knack for keeping himself in the conversation, no matter how polarizing his opinions may be. In typical fashion, Jake has turned McGregor's plans into an opportunity to center himself in the narrative. His critique, laced with a mix of arrogance and a sliver of truth, serves as a reminder of how he's built his brand, stirring controversy, courting attention, and never missing a chance to be the loudest voice in the room. Whether McGregor's boxing match with Logan marks the start of a comeback or just another chapter in his post-prime career, one thing is clear: Jake will find a way to keep himself relevant in the story. Love him or hate him, the man knows how to play the game.